If you want to make bank on UFC 317, grab a snack, enjoy the show. We're about to lock in. If you guys sports bet and you don't have an iPad, I recommend getting this where you can make your plays, do research, check the lines. A lot of y'all don't have a fucking $20,000 setup behind you, so it's going to be a little harder to do things off your phone. If you want to get serious, upgrade your setup, respect your grind, or tap in with someone who does. First fight we got to get into is a super easy one. Don't overcomplicate this one at all. Shoutout Denise against Alvin Hines. Bro, Alvin Hines is a rookie stepping up to the UFC. I'm actually confused why they're giving him Shoutout Denise, because Shoutout Denise is insane. Striking is insane. Doesn't matter if Alvin Hines can land one takedown, which he probably won't even land at. Denise is going to knock him out. I'm not going to say guaranteeing y'all Denise is going to knock him out or anything, but Denise is going to win. He has experience over Alvin. He has the striking over Alvin. He has the IQ over Alvin. Alvin just runs in, starts doing some straight bullshit. That's not going to work against a fighter who can, you know what I'm saying? He's going to get knocked out. He's going to get put to the floor. I'm not going to bet the knockout, but I am going to bet on Shoutout Denise to win the fight. That's for sure. I'm definitely betting on that, and you should as well. It would be a different story if Denise was going up against some monster grappler, because obviously he's not a great grappler himself. But Alvin Hines, really? Alvin Hines? Let's be serious, man. Lots of forward pressure from Alvin, but other than that, he's pretty much dog shit. Let's be honest here. Jacoby Smith against Nico Price. Another super simple one to break down. In fact, I'm not even going to break it down. Jacoby Smith is going to knock this guy out. I'm not going to bet on the knockout. I'm not even going to bet on the fight because he's like minus 2,000 odds. Let's just be straight up. Jacoby Smith is going to put this guy to sleep. Like, it's not even a close comparison. Fucking Nico Price is a fucking papa. He's a grandfather, man. There's no way, man. Jacoby Smith is a young prospect. He's going to straight to the ground, sleep. There's really no way he could lose, unless maybe he like trips on his own ankle and breaks it. We shouldn't waste too much time on that fight because the odds are shit. There's no reason to even bet on it. Chris Uert against Jackson McVey. Supposed to be Cedric Dumas who was supposed to be in this fight, but then he couldn't get his ankle monitor off with his case. The judge didn't allow it. There's honestly minimal tape on both guys. These guys are like nobodies, so it's not like something I can just tell you something and be like, yo, this is a lock, go bet on it. They're just nobodies. Jackson McVey has serious submission game. You go watch his tape, all you're gonna see is him just submitting a couple of guys, but they're dog shit guys. Like, it's not like he's beating guys that are that good. In fact, I'm pretty sure his opponent's record that he's beat is like 1-16. Like, he's beat some bums, so I'm not gonna count that towards a point why I'd bet on him. Chris, low volume striker. Don't know why he's the favorite. Pretty sure he's chubby and short notice. Like, all I know is that they're both pretty bad, but off tape review, the only thing I can really say is that I think Jackson McVey, the underdog, has more ways of winning. But really, these guys are nobodies. Like, nobody really knows too much about these guys. If you want to just sprinkle something in a parlay, I'd give you Jackson McVey to win. But I mean, I'm not confident, man. Like I said, these guys are nobodies. Like, you don't really know much about these guys. You don't know what they're going to do once the bright lights hit them. I wouldn't recommend betting on this fight, but if I had to give you an option, Jackson McVey is the way to go. Terrance McKinney against Borchev. A lot of people are going to be telling you that Borchev is the way to go. Do not listen to these fools, man. They don't know what they're talking about. Borchev is a counter striker, okay? So let me tell you how he works. He's going to go like this. He's going to get hit, and then he's going to give one back. But he's going to bang, get hit twice. You can't get hit twice with Terrance McKinney. A lot of people are worried that Terrance might gas out. Man, who gives a fuck about gassing out? Round 1, round 2, he's going to win those 100%. I don't care what happens in round 3. Round 1 and round 2, he's going to win those. If he doesn't put him out, he's going to win the rounds and then win the decision. Terrance McKinney is a strong, powerful, fast striker. And it doesn't really matter about gassing out, because if Borchev is allowing him to get 1-2, he's cooked. Bang, bang. Like, he's going to be too much damage to the point where even if he does gas out in round 3, Borchev has already taken too much damage. He's already fucked up in the mental space. And I don't want to see that dumbass Borchev dance one more time, man. So I want Terrance McKinney to win as well. Terrance McKinney is special. Y'all saw that flick with Ilya and Terrance McKinney. They're both finna win. Spoiler alert, prediction. But yeah, Terrance McKinney is going to win this fight. I'm pretty confident Terrance McKinney is going to win this fight. I'm rooting for Terrance McKinney. I'm betting on Terrance McKinney, and you should as well. I think Terrance either knocks him out or wins the decision. And if it's a decision, it's a clean one. It's not a sloppy one. So yeah, pretty high confidence. Terrance McKinney. I think the line is pretty good too. I think he's sitting at like minus 170. It's bettable. It's a straight bet. You can even straight bet it. So yeah, that's my advice to you in this one. Bet on him. Vivian Araújo against Tracy Cortez. Vivian's old. She's a mama. She is a good striker, but doesn't throw out a high volume. She's older. I think 7 years older. I'm not saying Tracy Cortez is some insane female fighter. I mean, she has some good wins, but she's not all that. But at the end of the day, a low volume striker against someone who can get some takedowns, it's probably going to just be a sloppy decision. Tracy gets the win. One takedown here, a couple good strikes. It's not going to be a fun fight. I mean, if you're not betting on it, I'd probably just go do something else because it's going to be a boring fight. Doesn't she have like the same last name as that like OnlyFans shorty? I swear to God. I don't know. It looks familiar, that last name, but you're probably going to want to bet on Tracy. I like Tracy as a bet. I wouldn't call it a lock, but I like her as a bet. Hyder Emil against Jose Delgado. I've been watching other people's predictions on these fights. Everyone disagrees with me, apparently. I think Hyder Emil gets it done. Everyone seems to think Jose Delgado's going to get it done. Jose Delgado is the favorite, which kind of surprised me. Hyder Emil's undefeated. Yeah, Hyder Emil, have you seen this guy's hurricane effect? He just keeps throwing punches. Bang, 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 bang. You hit him once, he doesn't even feel it. He looks at you. He just looks at you. He doesn't feel punches. I'm not saying Jose Delgado isn't good, but he's unproven. He's a prospect, but he's an unproven prospect. He hasn't even been in the UFC yet. This is a big card with bright lights. The only thing that Jose's better at, in my opinion, is the kicking. He just has some good kicking, but I mean, what the fuck does that really mean at the end of the day? It's not a fight I'd call a lock or anything. He's a nice underdog. Maybe you want to do the +3.5 spread on him. I don't know what the odds are for that on DraftKings, but I'm the only one here like, yo, Hyder Mills undefeated and he's fighting a rookie, you know? Jack Hermanson against Gregory Rodriguez, Robocop. The odds are the way they are is because Robocop lost his last fight. Gregory Rodriguez lost against Jared Cannonier. He gassed out a little bit, and that's probably why the odds are closer. They should be more like -400, but they're sitting at like -220. I guess they think he might gas out again or something, but yo, listen, Jack Hermanson hasn't fought in a while. He's on another layoff. He fights and then he doesn't fight for a long time. Then he fights. So it's like Gregory's probably pissed off about his last loss. Although I will give respect to Jack Hermanson for beating Joe Pyfer. Joe Pyfer is one of my favorite fighters. A lot of people hate on Joe Pyfer. I don't. I'm a big fan of Joe Pyfer. He's a dangerous guy, and Jack Hermanson did beat him, but I think that was just a slip up. I think there's a potential KO here for Gregory. I mean, he's a much better striker on the feet, and he's not a bad wrestler either. I think he has a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Even if he does get taken to the ground, which I don't think happens, but even if he does, I don't think he's going to struggle too much. Footwork isn't that good, but I think he hits harder. I think he can get some momentum. I think he can wobble Jack, and unless he's just on his back for 10+ minutes straight, I think Gregory wins this fight. I do like a bet on Gregory here. He's coming off a loss. He has the extra motivation. I don't know how Jack wins this fight. I think Gregory wins this fight. I'm pretty confident in Gregory, and yeah, it's a good bet. Now this is where things get juicy. Payton Tabet against Felipe Lima. That's a fucking banger of a fight. Let me tell y'all, Payton Tabet has a sick tattoo. He has the bleach tattoo. It's like the fucking hollow thing on the, honestly, I haven't watched Bleach in a while, but he has a sick tattoo. Go check it out. And he's fighting Felipe Lima. Insane fighter, by the way. Insane fighter. And Payton Tabet's one of the fastest and most dangerous strikers, but he just got embarrassed in his last fight. He was a -1200 favorite, and Barcelos literally just took him to the ground and exposed his weakness, which is he can't grapple. And what does Felipe Lima do? He grapples. If Felipe Lima gets the takedowns, Payton Tabet's cooked. Fried chicken, done. If Payton Tabet can defend the takedowns, which I don't think he will, Payton Tabet will put this guy to sleep. Listen, Felipe Lima's a good grappler, good wrestler, but actually getting the takedowns, I feel like he does struggle a little bit more. I feel like once he gets the takedown, what he does with it is very nice, but I won't lie, it's risky. I mean, he's smaller, so he's 4 inches smaller, so he should have the advantage when he goes in for the takedown. Fuck, it's scary because like Payton's a really good striker, and if it stays on the feet, like Felipe would be cooked, man. I hope Lima's not trying to go in there and stand and bang, because Payton is a nasty striker. I mean, literally a nasty quick striker. So striker or the grappler, I'm gonna go with the grappler. I'm leaning Felipe Lima, but it's scary. I won't lie, I might even bet on it, but it's so scary because if he doesn't get the takedowns, you lose. So yeah, I'm going with Felipe Lima. That's my pick in this fight. Let's get to the next one. Beneil Dariush against Renato Moicano. Obviously, Beneil Dariush is Persian, like myself. It's funny that they put him on this card, given with everything that's going on in Iran right now. You know, there's a war and shit, so it's like it's ironic that they're putting him on this card. But everyone is on the Beneil Dariush side except Matty Betts. Basically, what I'm trying to say is everyone's on the Dariush side, but Moicano's still the favorite. Clearly, the odds makers heavily disagree, and they think Moicano's gonna win. But that doesn't matter. What matters is what I think, and what I think is I don't want to bet on this fight. That's what I think, you know. Because the thing is, Dariush gets knocked out a lot, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. What was it, Armand that need him? Flying knee knockout. Obviously, if he does get the takedowns against Moicano, Moicano loses. Moicano's getting a bit comfortable. He just got paid $1 million for stepping in on that short notice fight with Islam. I'm pretty sure he has his own dojo or gym or whatever that he runs. He has a podcast that he does with Matty Betts. Like, that guy's just a busy guy, and he's really money motivated. So, like, is he really hungry to get this win right now? Like, I want to bet on the fight. I just don't want to bet on a money line. I really do like the over 1.5 rounds at -400 or the over 2.5 rounds at -110. I like the over. I think this goes to a decision. That's what I think. If you're a script reader like me, all this war going on, it did end up coming to a ceasefire, which means it came to a decision. No one got knocked out. If you want to translate that script into the fight, I think this goes to a decision, or I think it at least goes to over 2.5 rounds. If you want to be super safe, over 1.5 rounds. But yeah, that's what I would take, the over 1.5 to be super safe. Just put it in a parlay or like a 2-man, or over 2.5 if you just want to straight bet it at -110 odds. I think that's good. I think they stand and strike. Takedown here, but I don't think anyone gets finished. Let's get to the next one. Brandon Royval against Joshua Van. This is very interesting. Joshua Van has fought 5 times in the last 9 months. Royval's been in the bigger fights, fought the bigger names. Let's be honest. Royval is a fucking light puncher. It's like a point fighter. Like, he's not really throwing the knockout punches, you feel me? Whereas Joshua Van is in the pocket, just bang, 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 bang. I don't have space. I can't really do much here, but you know what I mean? Joshua Van is just throwing nasty strikes. You know, you like Van for that reason, because he's going to hit harder. He's going to do more damage. You know, we saw Joshua Van against Cody Durden. I had Van in that fight. Durden got 1 takedown, but after that, Van knew how to stop it. So in round 2 and 3, Van just kept stopping the takedowns. When it comes to getting takedowns, it's just sloppy. Like, I don't see Royval diving for the legs or anything, you know? It's more of like if it's a clinch and he throws him down, and Van is four inches smaller, I'm pretty sure, right? Or 5 inches smaller than Royval. So it's like, Royval even gonna get the takedowns? I don't think so, which means it's gonna stay on the feet. And if it stays on the feet, I love Joshua Van's striking ability. And I think the UFC made this fight happen because they're done with Royval. They want someone else to go up against Pantoa. It's the next fight. So I think they want Van to win. I think they want Pantoa to win. And I think that's the fight they're gonna make. I mean, he's the favorite for a reason. Stay in the pocket. Bang, bang, bang. He's gonna wobble Royval. Royval's like this. Van comes in. Bang! Knockout. Like, I think Van's gonna win. I wouldn't call it a lock because there's one concern. Brandon Royval has experience with the bigger names. Been in situations before and got out of them. How do I see Joshua Van losing this fight? If they're on the ground and Royval maybe submits him, or like, I don't know. I don't really see that happening. That's the thing. I see Joshua Van winning this fight. I like Joshua Van. I like him as a person. I like him as a fighter, and I like him as a winner. I think he gets it done here at -110. I'd put a bet on him. I wouldn't call it a lock just because Royval's not a joke. He's been on the stage before, and he's beat some good fighters. Like, didn't he beat Tatsuro Taira? Some good fighters. Confidence isn't too high, but I like Joshua Van to win this fight. This one doesn't really deserve a breakdown. This is just fucking way too fucking obvious. Listen to me. You think Kara France is going to beat Pantoa? You know Pantoja's on a 7-fight win streak, right? And I've had him in all of his last 5 fights. Like, I've bet on every single time he just easily wins. Bro, this guy's one of the greatest of all time. Like, he's being disrespected at number 9 on the pound-for-pound list. Pantoja is fucking insane. Stop disrespecting people. Brandon Royval wants to talk about people disrespecting him. How about you prove yourself first? Pantoja is the one who's kept proving himself, and no one gives him the respect he deserves. Pantoja's a fucking beast. It's not even a close comparison. Kara France, 1-2 in his last 3 fights. Pantoja's on a 7-fight win streak. The line is disrespectful. Max bet Pantoja. You heard me? Max fucking bet Pantoja. The only reason they're giving him Kara France is because he already beat everyone else in the division. That's why they want Joshua Van to come up, because they need a new guy. Pantoja on the feet, he wins. On the floor, he wins. On the back, he wins. He wins everywhere. Against the cage, he wins. Kara France has one way to win, and it's called a lucky punch. That's the only way Kara France can win, and it's not happening. Pantoja money line. Fucking book it. I get mad if you don't, because it's such a free opportunity. Book it. This fight, I wish I could give you a clear answer. Ilia Topuria against Charles Oliveira, but I can't. Can't just tell you Ilia's gonna knock him out, because at the end of the day, it's Charles Oliveira, you know? Everyone's talking about first round knockout. Chill out, buddy. Chill out, buddy. I think it's gonna go over 1.5 rounds, which is a good bet. It's -143. That's one bet right there. Charles Oliveira is good. He's much bigger, like size-wise. I can't give you a confident pick, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's Charles Oliveira. But Ilia Topuria, I think what the UFC wants is for Islam to win against JDM, Ilia to win this fight, and then they go for the pound-for-pound belts, whatever. They're talking about some pound-for-pound belt. So if it goes to a decision, if it's sloppy, they're gonna lean towards Ilia because it's just a bigger name. Probably round 3 or 4 though. Ilia's gonna just be doing too much damage, and then one of his punches are gonna land super cleanly, put Charles out, and then that's the clip. I don't think it's gonna happen in round 1. I think it'll happen in round 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? The line is not really bettable. -500 against Charles Oliveira. Am I really gonna lay down -500? Probably not. Like I said, I like the over 1.5 rounds. That's my bet for the fight. Thank you guys for tuning into my UFC 317 picks. If you want my official bets and just more insight on the fights, betting splits, everything, link in the bio, ashkonbets.com. It's not a casino. I know YouTube bans casino links and shit. It's not a casino. It's just my consulting website. If you buy a membership, you'll join my group, and then I consult you on the bets I'm placing, and you can follow the bets I'm placing as well. And a lot of people make money. I've made people $40,000+ from $200. Swear on my mom's life. My VIP service 1-month membership is $350. Although there is cheaper options for you guys as well. You can go check out the full menu there. I'm probably posting another video with the room. It's gonna be titled like my $20,000 sports betting setup, office setup, or some shit like that. And I'll do a room tour because I know you guys want to see everything, the couch, all that. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Love y'all. Peace.